let's get rid of that. Hey, everybody, what's going down? Johnny from the plot hole. It's time. It's about that time. Yeah. Who do we have in the old side chats? Let's say hello to some people. Get rid of that. There we go. We've got Jay-Z Boy who says B. Well, a B is a passing grade, so, you know. Zachariah Hooper says hola. Very well. Hello to you too. Pat Dallinger, good to see you. Daryl M. Freckles. Mrs. Schrodinger's cat, always so happy to see you. Robert Castle says, what's up, my Globetards? What's going down? Freckles says, hi, Nicole. Irish Dublin Girl, hello. Pat Dallinger said hello already, but we'll say hello again. Jason Hyatt, good to see you. Patricia Decree, even though you said hello to Mr. Schrodinger's cat, I'm going to say hello to you. So there we go. Ariel Scout, same. Good to see you. Chuck the Duck says, good evening, all. Hope all is well. All is doing well. Freckles, good to see you. Chris Durham Music Channel says, hello at the plot hole. Can't stay listening to the Prez. I got to do it at least once a year. Oh, yeah. It's something going on with the president, huh? Oh, well, thank you. Well, you can just set that right there. Or actually, let's do this. Bingo. I'll trade you. Thank you, dear. Elizabeth Sylvester says, hey, friend, how are you? I'm doing very well. Well, I'm sore as shit. Yeah. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Struggle Salter, good to see you. Gina S says, happy month of March. That's right. Was watching the Smooth Brain on McToon's channel, MC Toon's channel, but he started drooling when MC Toon brought out math. Richard Meter says, is there any updates on the progress of the film festivals? I will check. Yes, I'll check that here in a minute because I know I've got one that's coming soon. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that turns out, but we'll check it out. Bandon, right on. Good to see you. Spooky Bed Hair says, howdy. Good to see you. All right, let's check. You know what? You asked, and let's check. Where is it? I know I got a bookmark here somewhere. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Boom. So we're still in consideration. They're undecided as of yet. I should hear back in about 10 days on the Dallas Independent Film Festival. So here's to. Hopefully we have some good news on that front. Like I said, it would be awesome just to be, screened at one of these, especially Dallas Independent Film Festival. So really looking forward to that. We'll see what happens. Hey, Syrian, good to see you. And then Oak Cliff Film Festival is, again, that's April 29th. So I got a little bit, about 2 months to go on that one there. But those are the updates on those film festivals. And I'm still keeping an eye on some of the other film festivals that are caught my interest. They're not, they haven't opened them yet. So as soon as they do, we'll see what we can do to get involved. But most definitely, the circuits should start opening up pretty soon. Stop it. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. All right. No. New beanie hat? You want to show me a new beanie hat? Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Got a beanie
hat. A beanie hat. It's like English mustard brand. Yeah.
And I have
other side.
This is confusing me. Some pins that Irish gave me. Cool.
Hey, Roshan, good to see you. Yeah. What is that? What are those pins? I can't read. I can't lift my arm. I can now. What do we got here? What does it say? One says seasons of Ireland, spring, summer, autumn, winter. They're all raining. Yep, that's about right. Oh, man. Michelle says, fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to, like I said, if I don't get picked, I don't get picked. But I think I put together a pretty decent documentary. And if my opinion is the only one that matters, I'm kidding, of course. Let's see here. I was going to tell you something else. What was I going to tell you? It's getting old shit. It's for the birds.
Mama waxed your butt hair too.
Mama waxed my butt hair. You go to bed. Silly. Little Dickens too. Good to see you. That sounds funny when I say it like that. Tonight's going to be the last night of the Glenn Serio Job of the Gut. So if you want a Job of the Gut, best to get it. Get it today. Get it now. Get it now before I take it away. Before I unlist it forever. No, that's not what I wanted. Stupid machina. Yep, Job of the Gut. Boom. Here comes the link. Hey, Grandalus Rage, good to see you. There's a link if you want the Job of the Gut shirt, merchandise, anything. There it is. Get down. Stop. All right. Silly pups. Richard says, can the general public attend these film festivals? I believe, yeah, with they'll do tickets, but I believe so. Yeah, I think they're going to be opened up pretty wide this year. But yeah, as long as you have a ticket, and if you get a ticket before they sell out, absolutely. Grouchy Drop Bear says, Glenn the garbage can. Oh, see if I can have some tea. This is, look, this mug. It's one of those heat changing mugs. It's because I'm a Star Wars nerd. Oh, I forgot to do it again. Son of a bitch. Oh, there it is. There we go. Now it's official. Now I can say I'm live because the sign is on. Wait, let me scoot out the way so I don't block it. There we go. Oh, that's hot. Woo. Robert Castle says, can we audit the film festival? You are more than welcome to audit the film festival. Stacy Hansen says, at the plot hole, hello, Johnny O. Hey, Stacy, good to see you. Good to see you. I got this pupper here who wants all the attentions. He never wants any attention until I sit down to do this. And then he's like, oh, pet me. What? What do you want? I don't have any. You already ate. You already had your food. Master Wolf says, Johnny, that's a nice Star Wars mug. Happy I get to see you live more often. Like I said, I'm trying to keep my regular schedule. But work has been kind of weird it's been really weird. Lots of things that whatever. So I finished this class I was in for work. So now I should be able to get back to regularly scheduled programming, so to speak. I should be able to get back to my 2 videos a week schedule. Some people are asking that I revive the news show, the weekly wrap up. I don't know. People didn't seem to really care for it on the channel. Some people, like the creators did. The creators loved it. Especially when I featured their stuff, but most people just like, Jerry says, give him his love, damn it. I do all the time. He's like I said, he's my big puppy. He's my big puppy. He always be my big puppy. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But what was I saying? I don't remember. Work is important. That's true. Work is important. Oh, yeah, the wrap up. The wrap up. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. The wrap up. So some people said they do enjoy the wrap ups. It just didn't seem to do very well outside of like the immediate stuff. So I think what I'll do, I'll play with the format a little bit because I enjoy doing them. It's just they were really time consuming because I'd have to sit there and watch a whole lot of videos. I would watch a whole lot of videos of things that were going around and try to pick out the cooler pieces, not the cooler pieces, but the things that I found that I thought were more interesting. Maybe that was a problem. Jerry, yes, I am on Discord, and there should be a link posted here shortly. If not, it might be in the description of this video. If not, I'll get you a link here in just a minute. Or if one of the mods, if you're in the Discord channel, if you'll throw a link for Jerry, please, that'd be awesome. What was said about Serio butt crack? I have no idea. It's kind of scary. Oh man. So gimme, I want it. All right, let me see. Let me get this done. We're going to we will do that. Boom. And there you go, Jerry. Well, maybe. There it is. That should get you in like Flynn or whatever. You mentioned him, thought there was news. Oh, nothing new yet. Nothing that I've heard. I think he's got his court date next week. I think it's the 7th, I believe. So we're keeping an eye on that just to see what happens. I'm sure I'll be working whenever everything goes down, unfortunately. So I'll be the late to the dinner table, but it is what it is. You got to work. You got to work. People these people who are they want their money. Go figure. Go figure. What was that? Anything but that. Glenda's ass is a subject that shouldn't be mentioned by anyone. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. But yeah, it's these past couple of weeks have been really interesting. With all the Ukraine stuff going on, and then personal stuff going on, and I've got a couple of projects that I'm still working on. Which, man, there's a really really big one that we're working on with the Weekend Horror. Eugene, JL, Aaron, Alex, and myself. It's two. One's kind of big, one's really big, and I want that one to come through so bad, because that means I'll be able to focus on filmmaking for a while. Glenn was in court today for a preliminary hearing. I must have missed it. It was crazy day at work. My goodness. It was a crazy day at work. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. All the systems started failing, and then there was just call after call, and one of my associates just like suddenly lost the ability to work, not to work the system, but like the system just stopped working for him. So it just, yeah. I think Glenn, the unimportant, what is it? Braids the hair on his. Okay, I'm in, and Johnny, ominous music. That was your first mistake. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did I do? What did I do? Speaking of which, I think it's time to update the intro and all that stuff. I need to find somebody who can do me some cool stuff. Any not graphic designers out there, but anybody who can do. I'm not the greatest with After Effects and all. I have it. I just haven't really done a whole lot of work on it. So if anybody's out there who is available, hit me up either on Plothole or on Plothole. Hit me up on Discord or on Gmail, the plothole1@gmail.com. Glenn Rage says, I'd love to see Serio and El Ro all in the same cell. The battle would be epic and loud and fatally stupid. I think you're right. I sent JL Warren an intro, but gross, Syrian. That's gross. Ugh. So yeah, it's not just After. I need After Effects and animate and all that stuff. It's just a lot of stuff that I don't. That's like really specific stuff. But I'm looking to get some kind of cool thing. Try Ride of the Valkyries. I don't know if I don't think I can do that one because it's copyright. And they'll like, no, you can't do it. We're going to take all your ad revenue and whatnot, and that's not fun. I don't like doing that. I don't like sharing my ad revenue. Doesn't have to. I don't mind, but I'd rather not. So yeah, I like I said, there are two projects, and man, I want to tell you guys so bad what they are, but I can't. Lavender Mexican says, Johnny, oh, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. I can't tell you what they are because it's just yeah, I couldn't do it. Because if I do, it could jeopardize the project, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather just tell you guys a lot of like, I can't tell you, piss you off, make you run away, and then when I do tell you, everybody's like, no, we don't care anymore. Robert Castle says, George Clinton. Yeah, I know, George Clinton. Yeah. Raven Darkster says, hello, made it all. Good to see you. You should give a listen to the Doom Radio Live on YouTube. It's awesome. I'll do that, actually. I'll put that on my list. Layla Miller, hello. Good to see you. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Gosh. Squirrel. Is it like can I get it through YouTube, or do I have to go to like YouTube Music? You know what? Why am I asking? I just look. Just don't be lazy, Johnny. Come on, you can do it. Doom Radio. Right. Oh, it's on right now. Okay, cool. Or is it? Wait a minute. Which one is it? Is there... Jerry says, what if I told you I have a spy in your ranks? I wouldn't be surprised at all. Even not even a little bit. Go to Taylor Klein's channel for the new Glenn. All right, I'll check it out. I've got two that are live right now. One says Doom Metal Live Radio. In other words, Doom Radio Beats to Rip Tear to. I'm assuming we're talking about Doom Metal Music 24/7. Protest? Oh, no. Okay, cool. So that was the Beats to... Okay, yeah, that was live. All right, cool. I'll check that out. Let's see here. We'll bookmark. And... Oh, excuse me. Jerry says, nothing gets past you. A lot of things get past me, unfortunately. But, yeah. As far as spies go, that's cool. I didn't know I was cool enough to have spies. I never thought, there was somebody who wanted to name me as a co-conspirator in this stupid shit. But I was like, wow, I mean, me a co-conspirator? That's cool. I could be I could do that. I could see myself being like a, was it clandestine and all that? Yeah. Yeah. That'd be kind of cool. Have some cool James Bond style music. I know James Bond isn't a conspirator, but he is, clandestine. So there you go. Never know. I'm rambling about stupid shit. Let's see. How's your week starting out so far? So it's been an interesting week. I actually went out and saw the co-host of the Plot Hole podcast, Jeremy. He left a while back for personal reasons, and he called me up the other day and said, hey, why don't you come out to the house? I want to show you all my stuff. And I got to his house, and holy shit, you want to talk about crazy collectibles. I mean, he's got every single room has some sort of display or some sort of collectible display, and he's got all kinds of Star Wars stuff, all kinds of like Funko Pops. He's got like Funko Pops around the whole damn house. But excuse me, what would be everybody else's living room, it's like pops all the way around, Yes, Jerry. I'm sure the things that get past are usually thinner, faster, smaller. Am I right? Yeah, sometimes they don't even have to be faster. It's got to be quicker. But yeah, generally speaking. But yeah, he's all kinds of stuff, all kinds of cool, like different Marvel figures and Joker stuff, all kinds of shit all over the house. He's like, oh, check it out, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Upstairs, downstairs. I mean, literally, his entire house is like a toy museum. It's pretty cool. It had some really cool stuff in there. But while I was there, ramble about stupid shit. Isn't that most YouTube channels? Fair point, Mr. Andrat. Fair point. He's not huge into Transformers. Not that he doesn't like Transformers. He just doesn't have a whole lot of Transformers. He got a few, but if anything, Johnny would be a co-conspirator in a secret operation to throw auditor software off social media. Probably. I kind of knew that. There's I forget which one that's not based on a novel. I'm not as well versed in James Bond as I used to be. I should check out DB Cooper Deep Family Secrets on YouTube. All right, I'll do that. Robert Caswell says Megan Fox poster. I don't think he had Megan Fox, but he had a whole bunch of pretty ladies. Does that make him transformer phobic? What's up and out? DB Cooper, I'm gonna check it out. DB Cooper, Deep Family Secrets. Let's check it out right now. DB Cooper. Stop. Cool. Is that Probable Cause channel? What about stuff like Jason Bourne? I like the Bourne series. I didn't like the one where they switched to Jeremy Renner. What was it called? It was Jason was Bourne Legacy. I didn't particularly care for that film. Good night, buddy. Get some sleep. I didn't particularly care for that one because it just it wasn't. But like I watched the original 3 Jason Bourne films and I enjoyed them. I thought they were fun. Completely, utterly, totally unbelievable, but fun nonetheless. you know. Anyway, so I was talking with Jeremy, and he is considering coming back to the Friday night podcast, which will be fun because I haven't had him. Like I said, I haven't had him on in a while. I miss the banter back and forth. Now he was really concerned with the fact that we're, because we used to be on satellite radio, on internet radio. Stop. And we could do whatever we want. We had like the gamut. We could play music because we had, with the affiliations that we had, we had the ability to do whatever music we wanted to play. So we could do, like, we would do 45-minute sets and then 15 or 5-10 minute music break, just to kind of break it up and give us a break so we can go whatever 3-hour show. But anything goes, right? So we didn't have to worry about censorship. We didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. Stop. We didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. So yeah, I mean, he was concerned about going to the YouTube format and missing out on that, that freedom, so to speak, because we do have to be a little bit careful about the things that we say on YouTube, especially live, because YouTube's kind of funny. And we started out as an entertainment, like music, film, television show, stuff like that, and the format here is kind of shifted a little bit more towards, like, the YouTube content shifted a little bit more towards commentary on social aspects of, like, sovereign citizen, for First Amendment auditors, and flat Earth, and all that stuff, Karens and whatnot. So it's still, I mean, I'm still going to do that content. I think Fridays might shift a little bit to be more to incorporate more of the entertainment stuff again, which is pretty cool. I had better internet connection. I participate in the live stream or even host my own. Master Wolf, one of these, you should work. Yeah, absolutely. Do that. I encourage anybody who wants to get involved, just do it. Simon H., good to see you. Let's see here. Johnny O's dog and a possible plot hole cat just gearing for attention. It's not a cat. I can't do cats, unfortunately. I'm allergic to cats, like highly allergic to cats, unfortunately. Omni Oros Burrows says, where did he go? It says, if I were a toy, would you play with me? What kind of toy? That's the question. Let's see here. Yeah, salt give you high blood pressure. And yeah, that's true. Salt's not good for you. I believe in the triangle earth. Very good. Hey, Christo, good to see you. Irish Dumbledore, good to see you. Somebody else snuck in too. Who snuck in? Omni, I saw you, Omni. Good to see you, Omni. Emily M says, hi, Johnny. Oh, hi. Good to see you. Ouch. Stop it. Have you covered Earl and PayPal Patty? I have covered PayPal Patty. Earl, not so much. But I have covered PayPal Patty. That guy is such a goof. I mean, he's such a I don't even know what to say about him. Cripple Cat, good to see you. Hey, Rob Parks. Been a minute. I saw that you were doing something with Crafty Keel the other day, and I missed it. Stop. That's enough. Mr. Andres says I should be working my first video. Too busy watching. Well, you got to do it. You got to just, do it. But don't wait till after we're done here. I've got a backload of stuff that I've got to get done too. But it's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy the banter and the back and forth and having the conversations with even with the ones that are really butthurt about it, that, oh, I can't believe you hate the Constitution. Like, no, I actually probably appreciate the Constitution more than you do, because I'm not some jackass that's running out there, trying to destroy it. Mr. Andrews says, I'm scared. Why? Why are you scared? Lindo at Speed, good to see you. All right, Bella Plothole, I will. Thank you very much. Have you seen the former reform turnaround frauditor? Which one? There are a couple. I know that legalized drugs left the frauditor. That was news to me. I saw who was he? He was casing on somebody. Long Island audits, and yeah, interesting that he changed, just like suddenly changed sides. Maybe I stepped away from him too long, but he was very much into that frauditor lifestyle, and then he just like out of nowhere just changed. So Rob Parks says, I've been primarily concentrating on creating lectures for my classes with the occasional guest spot on a friend's streams. Do you upload your lectures to YouTube? Because that would be kind of cool. I know that some people, it may not be their bag, but I particularly care. I mean, I like what you do with I like the astronomy stuff that you do, and I'd like to see more of that. But that's just me. I'm not telling you what to do, but no, Stroke Assaulter, Long Island Audits, Long Island is not the one who did the 180. It was Legalized Drugs. That's the one that did the 180. I got one for that dude, Gaslight. Yeah, probably. Hey, Clifford Reynolds, good to see you, brother. Should see Kick's video on which one? On Long Island Audits or on Legalized Drugs? Because that's the thing. I haven't been able to watch as much YouTube as necessary to be able to do the weekly wrap-ups, let alone what are you doing? Why are you eating? Stop it. Hey, Beaver. Why are you this dog? You have uploaded the lectures? That's cool. I need to check it out. That's cool. Legalized drugs need to show proof of a job. Well, that would be nice. I would like to see it. Clifford, I hear that you're having some sort of celebration tomorrow around 6:30 Eastern time. Hey, Gina S. What's going down? Legalized drugs, now Long Island fraud. That's correct. Yeah. Hey, Tina, good to see you. You wanna hop on and chit chat for a little bit? Let me know. I'll bring you on. You can tell everybody about what's going on tomorrow. About how you found out some stuff. Angie says, good morning, noon, and fucking night, or whatever you may be. That's Angie from Salt. For those of you who don't know, this is in the style of, where do we go? Come back here. That's in the style of our good buddy CC Chris. Who he's kind of funny. His hair is, my goodness. Really? Are you really? How did he do that? Did he send you like a note? I mean, a note. Oh, I'm gonna write a note. Did he like email, or was it on the stream, or what happened? Let me know. I'm curious. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. You don't have to talk about it if you don't. I'm just curious. Legalized Drugs did a live with Kick and Taco. Really? Why do I not know these things? See, this is why I feel like I haven't been doing you guys the service that I should be doing. The moon is Satan's instrument. Oh no. How is Sidewalk Boy able to go around and threatening to pepper spray people for no reason? Well, it's kind of shitty. When he does it, that's when he actually pepper sprays somebody with no cause whatsoever. Then that is assault, and you can be and probably will be arrested for that. So, all right, Tina, give me a sec. Boom. Go here, and there we are. There that is. Stop. You need to settle down. Angie, you did nail it. You did. It was pretty good. Pretty good. I do. I really do. Because I just can't keep up. I used to be able to. It was on a stream, Mrs. Cat, and it's cool. I do. I just can't keep up. I mean, I try and like carve out time to be able to keep up, but it's just been, my goodness. D Rabbit says, well, hello, Johnny O. Hello. Mr. Andrat says a loop is hard to stay in. That is absolutely true, because there's so many different, there's so many different people that cover this stuff. And, I'd try not to get into that habit of just picking, Schrodinger's cat or Kick or, the same people over and over and over again. I try to bring in new people, but it just got so hard to keep up with all these different channels. And speaking of keeping up with different channels.
Hello.
Well, hello there.
Hello there.
Oh gosh. Fine evening.
I just took a COVID test.
And you found out that you're positively amazing?
Well, I'm positive of something. That's for sure.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take it again just in case.
In case it was a false positive?
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. I hear you got some other test results back that you're going to reveal live tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Well, my 23andMe. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Looking forward to that.
Uh,
Although you say you already know what you are.
I know I'm Italian. I've been Italian my whole life.
I mean,
Like,
you'd be
come on.
surprised how many people say, I'm Italian. They come back, well, kind of.
Don't do that.
But you're also Greek, Sicilian,
No,
and maybe a little bit German. Like,
I'm Italian. I'm all Italian. I've always been Italian. I'm gonna be Italian till the day I die.
what are you going to do if it comes back and says you're, Roman?
Roman is Italian.
I know.
Don't even. I know. I know it.
Omni Oros Burros asks the most important question.
No.
No
No chance of that, baby. No chance of that.
Oh,
But also, tomorrow's a big day.
yeah.
Because we're going to start with playing games with Ragical.
Are you going to do
I
scary
said it
games
right.
again?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Dead by Daylight, I think.
Oh.
Is that
Have you
the
played that
name
one
of it?
before?
Yeah, I was a monster.
You were the monster?
I killed Ragical.
So you were scaring yourself?
Fuck yes. I didn't see. I didn't know what happened after you put the person on the hook. I did not know I was the worst, not the worst monster in the game. That's what I'm saying.
They're worse monsters, yeah.
Yeah, I did not know that. So after I put him on the hook, I'm looking at him, waiting for him to like get off or just die, and that thing happens. I freaked out, and I just if you watch it, you'll just hear me apologizing profusely. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. That kind of
I
thing.
had no idea. So Pat Dallinger says pink or yellow submarine?
Huh? Pink, of course.
Pink, of course. With windows.
Yes. Well, I have a new shirt with that actually. So
Really?
back tomorrow though. And then after that, it's Cliff's birthday stream.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's the important thing we're doing.
Cliff turns what? 16, 17, 18?
Right, 41.
The fuck out of here, Cliff.
Yes.
41. Get the fuck out of here. What am I doing wrong? Is it because I'm ugly? Is that what it is?
What are you talking about?
Fuck, I'm older than Cliff, and Cliff looks like he's like.
No,
23.
you're doing good. You clean up really well. Have you shown them what you look like in a suit and everything? Come on.
Yeah, I think so. I think they've seen me in a suit. I think. If not, then they're missing out.
You definitely look like you were going to church, being forced to church. If you had worn short pants, though, I would have loved that. Like
If I'd have worn shorts.
Like done like the ACDC type thing. What's his name?
Oh yeah, it doesn't look good because I am what they call barrel chested. So yeah.
Yeah.
It just looks weird. I wear shorts all the time because I don't like pants, but Robert Castle says you only look 666 years old. Thank you, Robert.
Jerry wants to sing Metallica for Cliff tomorrow. We'll all get copyright like things.
That's true.
Yeah, no, they're the worst.
Oh, Omni says I've seen you in a kilt.
Uh-oh.
That's true. A lot of people see me in a kilt. So for the longest time, I was a kilted bartender, and I would bartend your private party or your wedding or whatever in a kilt. It was fun. Yeah, I'll still do it. I mean,
I will pay for that.
I still have the kilts, and they still fit. Believe it or not.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, that was fun. I really enjoyed doing it. Let me see if I have a picture. I think I still have pictures.
I know I'm getting Nicole for her birthday.
See here. I was at I bartended this wedding, and I can honestly say that I know what you ladies go through when it comes to sexual harassment. Well, at least I have an idea, like a small idea when it comes to sexual harassment. Not a complete idea, of course, but yeah. Let's see here. Where is it? I know I've got one on here somewhere. Because that was fun. That was fun times.
I'm looking forward to seeing this.
Oh, here it is. All right, let's see here. We're going to.
Yeah, Robert wants to know if you do a pole dance in a kilt, asking for a friend.
Unfortunately, there's not a pole that is
Strong
strong
enough?
enough. All right, here we go.
Pop out if I ever heard one.
It's not a cop out. It's a legitimate danger. There you go.
Where is it?
It's on the screen. What do you mean? Where is it?
I'm looking at the stream. Oh my lord!
Oh,
You really are wearing a kilt.
yeah.
I was expecting a red one, like a burgundy red one, but no, this is good too.
Yeah. The Irish colors, the colors of Ireland.
Oh my god, Nicole.
Yeah, I was bartending our friend's wedding. Yeah, it was fun.
I would have swapped out the shoes for combat boots, and then it would have been spot on.
Well, they're not combat boots. They are the biker boots. So.
No, I'm just saying I would have swapped those out for combats.
I mean, they're kind of combats.
Yeah.
They're just it's a biker version of combat boot. Laced up. See, come on now, laced. They're polished too. So
yeah, they're really polished.
Pat Dallas is not a Scotsman. No, I'm not a Scotsman. Scots Irish, more Irish than Scottish. But it's weird because I think they went, if I remember correctly, my grandfather's side of the family on my mother's side went from Ireland to Scotland to the States. So yeah. But yeah.
I guess my people would be wearing some kind of toga type thing.
I would love to see
it. Romans wear togas.
That's right.
Type things, yeah.
Jerry says bad things happen under that kilt.
Were you wearing anything under it?
Well, that's for me to know and you to wonder.
That's actually, yeah, that's how they always say. That's the answer I always get.
Sandra Patterson says, "Hello, Johnny. I'm all the way in Australia. Love your debunking fathers community. Great fun. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Good to have you from Australia. One of these years, I'm going to go out there to see if I can survive Australia because my goodness, everything there wants to kill you. Golly, there was that one like famously Australian picture where it was a saltwater croc eating a great white, but the croc was being eaten by a dingo. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that trim. Yeah, I had a trim beard at the time. Still fat in the face, so my goodness, it happens. Did you go traditional and kilt commando? Christopher O'Connor, I will not answer that question.
Shut up, Nicole. That's stupid.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
How dare you? That's just insane. That's insanity. Of course I am. At least I should be
people in the
half from Calabrese, and half Napolitano, which is Napoli. I should be half and half. So we'll find out tomorrow.
Well, thank you, Cliff, for the joke and then what you actually said there. I appreciate it. Did Johnny pull it off? Yeah, I'd say he damn near killed it. Stroke Assaulter for 5 Canadian says there are only 3 things you wear under a kilt: socks, shoes, and occasionally. Thank you so much for that, Canadian. I appreciate it.
Very well done. Very well done.
Yeah. It's so okay. So not this wedding. This wedding was pretty chill. Although there was another woman there who was like, she was throwing it my way, like right in front of my wife. It's like,
oh God, that's stupid.
It was kind of funny actually because when you're in the service industry, you kind of have to play this role. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's tough to do in front of. I mean, I don't do anything no. You know what I mean? I know where boundaries are and I establish boundaries. But watching this woman kind of throw it my way right in front of my wife, I was like, this is kind of funny. She has no clue. And my wife's just sitting there, chuckling, laughing to herself, thinking, go ahead, give it a go, give it a try. You deal with him tonight. Right. But no, the wedding I did before this one, I had this old the mother of the groom. She wasn't like ancient, but she was, she's probably in her 60s.
Oh no.
This 60s, she, black woman. She was really sweet. She started out really sweet and really nice. Oh, hey, so glad you could come out and provide some entertainment for my son's wedding. And, blah, blah. And then she got, plied up a little bit with some drinks in her. And she noticed that I was wearing the kilt. And my goodness.
Oh my God. Ah!
She comes up, kind of tipsy walking, with her smooth and her little, like, you know what I mean? Her little dance walk up to the bar. So, honey, tell me this. What you got underneath that kilt?
Oh God.
I said, well, that costs money to find out. And I turned around and walked away because it's a joke. I wasn't being mean.
Right.
She goes behind the bar and grabs the kilt. I turned around swiftly and said, look, there's a boundary that you just crossed.
Yeah.
2 of them. First being the bar. You can't be back here. That'll get me in trouble.
Yeah.
And second, don't you ever grab my kilt. You didn't pay to see that. And she just gave me this little smile, this old person knowingly smiled and walked out from right about the bar. Son of a bitch.
That's cute.
Son of a bitch.
You handled that well.
I did the best that I could. I
Yeah.
did the best that I could because it was a little,
Stacy knows. There you go, Stacy. Thank you.
What happened, Stacy? What did I miss?
She knows who we are. They know who I am. 100% mean queen bass bitch. Yep.
Sandra says, is Glenn in jail yet? He called the police on teleclaim for filming him. Oh, the irony. I think that's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. That
Right?
It's like, dude, look, here's the thing. If it's what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Apparently not. Apparently turnabout is not fair play with these frauditors.
Yeah, I was the same way. Like, see how that works, Glenn? For and against you?
Yep.
Sorry about it.
Sorry there, buddy. That's the way it works. You don't like it. You're the one who this is your
this is all on him.
Right. This is the product of your bullshit. So
enjoy.
Yeah, you get to reap the spoils. That's
but I don't think he's in jail yet. No,
because he still has another hearing on the 7th, I believe. Apparently he had one today that I missed, and then he's got one on the 7th. But I think the one on the 7th is for the incident at the police station. But this one was
we're winding it down finally.
What's that?
We're winding him all down and finally getting to where he's going to have to go to jail.
It's going to have to happen. I don't see how it hadn't happened already. He should have been.
I think they're waiting to do it all at once instead of having him go in and out because of COVID.
That's true. And see, that's the thing. You heard that video, right? I forget what group of frauditors we're talking about, but they were passing around this video, and it was them basically telling other frauditors that they're going to take advantage of COVID because they knew they weren't going to stay in jail. They might get processed in and out, but they'd be out the same day.
That and they're not supposed to even be arresting anything that's not a violent crime, blah, blah, blah. All this policies going around. And yeah, bad guys know it and they're taking advantage.
That's what they're doing. And
it's disgusting.
It's going to catch up to them.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to catch up to them. So what is this about Long Island frauded, also legalized drugs?
What about him? He was on Kicks last night and he apologized to Nicole.
Really? Man, I miss all the good stuff.
Yeah.
So what did he have to say for himself other than I'm a big dummy?
I wasn't there for it. I can't. Because I think he's fake as fuck. But Nicole's happy with what he saw. She's giving him a second chance. I can't do that. I'm not as forgiving or as nice as Nicole. But, SC knew that about me. He thought it was funny.
It's because you're Italian.
Yeah, I hold a grudge.
That's more Sicilian of you than Italian, by the way.
Well, yeah, I'm Calabrian, so we're basically the same thing.
What is this about broken system, broken trust?
I don't know. What are you asking about? He comes to the show a lot now. Well, he was until the other night. He was annoying people, so I tossed him.
Mm. Now, broken system, broken trust. That was the one that kept for the longest time trying to debate
Yeah.
Cliff, right? And then he was invited on, but only to
Not show up. Yeah.
he didn't show up. I thought he showed up for one, but
Wait,
then
which one is he? Wait a minute. Look.
Who was the one that said some disparaging things about?
Cranky Patriot.
That was Cranky Patriot. Okay,
So we said we're gonna debate him, and then he said, "Okay, yeah, Tina, that one."
Yeah, that's the one.
That was Cranky Patriot. That was classic.
Mr. Schrodinger's cat is.
She's being terrible.
It's after you.
She's mad because I wouldn't show her the results. Because I haven't looked either.
That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to get you.
Trying to get me to do it. Yeah.
By popping them out. Yep.
I'm not doing it, girl. I'm not doing it. You gotta
We're hip to your game, Mrs. Schrodinger's cat. We're hip.
You can't get me.
What's up, DK?
You gotta wait till tomorrow.
Yep.
Hi, DK.
Are you going to be able to wait till tomorrow?
Yeah, I know what I am. I'm not worried about it.
Tyrant said, no, fuck that guy. That guy's a piece of shit.
Oh, please. Yeah, he's irredeemable.
Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit. I don't look. Here's the thing, and I've spoken my piece about this before, but whereas I may disagree with somebody on the internet about something, or even in person about something,
yeah,
and we have our issues, whatever, but I'm not going to sit there and celebrate their passing. That's not
exactly.
That's fucked up.
Or wish things on other people.
They have absolutely nothing to do with the issue, right? Like if you and I were pissed off at each other and we had this big feud and whatnot, I'm not going to sit there and say, well, after you pass, like, all right, cool, I hope your sister, your brother, your mother. Why? They had nothing to do with it. My issue isn't with your family. It was with you. My issue is with you. So stupid. I just don't understand. I don't understand why people think they have to be that way.
He's also threatening to show up at the funeral.
I would have loved for him to show up at that funeral that day.
Yeah, because even the pastor was packing. So,
well, pastor would have needed to look. The beauty part about the service is, I mean, it was a beautiful service, right? But it was out in Tennessee, in Virginia, in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Legit middle of nowhere.
They wouldn't have found it. No.
Well, they wouldn't have found him had he found it.
Right. There's a lot of woods over there.
A lot of woods. But anyway, I digress. I would not have done anything illegal.
He would have gotten lost. He would have probably got lost in the woods and never found himself.
Exactly. I would have taken him to the super secret spot where everything was going to happen and given him all and then left him there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
Jerry says, "What'd you say about my mother?"
Hello, mother. Hello, father.
Yep. Here at Camp.
Remember that?
Yep. Here at Camp Grenada. Was it Camp Grenada?
No, Grenada. It's here I am at Camp Grenada.
Yep.
Things are not very entertaining. Yeah.
Yep. I remember that one. That was a good one. We used to have this like goof tape or whatever, but it had things like Weird Al Yankovic and it was pretty. Those were always fun.
I only know those and like Who's on First?
Abbott and Costello, absolutely
classic. It's legitimately hysterical when they do it.
You didn't have me freaking out. What was that? I was following you guys. I mean, the
drive and everything.
No, the drive was fine. It was the drive was actually pretty cool. It was.
Where are you taking me?
So I had the GPS up and while I was following, just in case we got separated, and the GPS kept saying take a right here, but they kept going straight, so I just followed it, right? And I know why they took the route they took.
Finally, yeah.
Even though it wasn't the most direct route. The most direct route took you through some weird ass like lane and a half. Like these lanes were not big enough for two vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Through the like ding, 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 ding.
Yeah,
Shit like that. I mean, I'm like, fucking hell, I'm gonna get squealed like a pig out here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that part of the drive was interesting, and I'm glad I left when I did, because had I left at night or when it got dark, I'd have been SOL. I don't give a damn. That's the shortstop. Yep.
Who's on for yeah?
Did you know that they bought that routine for $100?
It's legendary. Yeah.
Yep. DK says some serious middle of nowhere stuff. Think about like Virginia. Think about the state of Virginia. I'm not talking about like, Norfolk or Portsmouth or any of that stuff where they actually have people. I'm talking like, yeah.
That's what you're thinking about.
Right. It's pretty out there, it really is. But don't get lost.
Yeah, I don't want to get break down side of the road out there. No.
Yeah, it's interesting. But no, I used to live out in the not the hills of Texas, but the flats of Texas. Yeah. You can copyright a routine. Absolutely. It's intellectual property. Yep.
EVMA is what you can get protected.
Robert Caswell says East Wyoming is a whole lot of nothing. It's actually kind of funny because a buddy of mine who used to play poker with us a long time ago was transferred. His job transferred him to someplace in Wyoming. And this guy was like a big corn-fed, like fucking tree trunk of a dude. Very difficult to maneuver. We always had to. We learned that we had to get not only his keys, his main keys, but his spare keys. Whenever he came in, whenever he was sober and making good, like good thought process.
Yeah.
Right. Because when we first met him, we didn't know that he was one of those assholes that would drink himself stupid and then literally
drive. Yeah.
No, he wouldn't try. He would fight everybody to get to his car to drive.
God.
So we started that routine that whenever we got in here, hey, if you don't give up your keys, the first one was to give up your keys, and
you'll get a drink.
You don't get a drink unless we have your keys, because he can never have just one.
Oh God. Yeah.
And we would cut him off, and he would, whatever. But so the first time we got his first set of keys, and then he was drinking everything. Hey, Miss Mandy, good to see you. He was drinking everything, and then he got into it. He was like, all right, I'm leaving. Fuck this, blah, 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 whatever. Paid his tab, and then he got in his car and drove off. We're like, what the fuck? We have his keys. Well, it turns out it's smart ass kept the second.
Yep.
So the next time he came, it's all right, cool. We need your keys. And he was all like, oh, shit, he didn't agree, handing him over. And then I'm going to need the second set of keys in your other pocket.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but it's stupid how that's selfish as fuck. It's just selfish. And I have no tolerance for drunk drivers. I'm sorry. I've been hit by too many of them.
It's, yeah. I can't say that I am perfect because I'm not, but I do understand. I do understand the plight. Anyway, long story short, when he got transferred to Wyoming, he went to a bar out there, got shit house, and drove. And then they pulled him over, and he got a DWI. And he was like, "Oh, that fucking sucks." In the state of Texas, DWI, that's your first one, you're talking $20,000. And we're like, "Oh, dude, that sucks." Well, because they make you put the thing on the car, and then you got to do this thing, license, and all that stuff. He's like, "No, they just gave me a $350 fine."
Fuck, I hate that. I hate that.
Fucking kidding me? $350
fine.
Yeah, I paid $300. I paid the same day, and I got out.
Some states are so fucking tolerant. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, but then I started to think about it. I'm like, Wyoming. What are you gonna hit in Wyoming? A dirt patch?
I get it. It doesn't matter to me.
No, I understand. Yeah, you should always have a plan. Have a plan, because it saves you a lot of money.
It's never the person who's drunk that gets hurt. That's the problem.
No, that's absolutely true. Well,
they go
now and again, but yeah, the majority of the time. And what people don't realize, most of your drunk driving accidents happen within 5 miles, right? Because most people don't get like so far gone that they can't, tell they can't hit the ground with their hat in 3 tries if they wanted to. They're not
Mhm.
that far gone, but they are intoxicated enough that they shouldn't be driving.
Yeah.
And they can keep it together 10 and 2, 10 and 2, keep it together until they start getting closer to home. And they're like, all right, cool, I'm almost home. So I can kind of relax a little bit. And then, no,
Mhm.
it's, that's when they get into an accident.
Mhm.
I got hit by a drunk driver once. My girlfriend and I, this was years ago, we're leaving from dinner. Green light go. I look and then cool, and I take a left, and I look in my rearview mirror, and this fucking bitch ran the red light. And I was lucky enough to be paying enough attention. I was able to kind of, swerve a little bit and right into the side, like all down the driver's side of the car or the truck I was driving. And I was like, oh, fuck me. So I start to pull over because I think this person is pulling over.
Of
Well,
course not.
they fucking book it.
Yep.
And I saw fucking red. I said, oh, fuck this shit. I put it in gear and I fucking chased them bitches. I looked over at my girlfriend and said, you better call the cops and tell them about to kill a motherfucker. Said they better get here before I do, because if I get to them before the cops get to them, I'm going to murder this fucker. I was pissed.
Yeah.
And, we were fucking like driving all through this, these back roads. And I was like fucking like red, like just fucking pissed. And I finally I snapped out of it and I started looking at my surroundings thinking, this is a fucking neighborhood where little kids play. I need to stop this fucking bullshit. Just grab a license plate and then be done with it. So I looked at my girlfriend. She said, yes, I've got the license plate and I've already given it to the cops. So I started to disengage. Well, at this time, that's when she pulls over, or the driver pulls over.
Oh.
And no bullshit. Driver pulls over. Somebody else gets out of this lady gets out of the passenger side.
Oh,
runs
yeah.
over to me.
Yep.
And says, oh, we're okay. We're okay. I said, bitch, I don't give 2 shits if you're okay. Did you not see what the fuck just happened to my truck? And then this fucking lady gets out. The driver actually gets out. These 2 ladies, these 2 white ladies that were drinking their sorrows away. And she starts telling me this whole sob story about how, oh, I caught my husband cheating and blah, 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 blah. I was like, bitch, I don't give 2 fucking shits.
Yeah.
I said, your opportunity for my patience left the second you drove off. If you had just pulled over, I would have taken your information.
Yeah.
And I would have made sure you called somebody to come get you, to take you home. But I wouldn't have had to call. I had to call the cops
because she took off. Absolutely.
Ran for me. And she was, oh, you're just being an asshole and this, that, and the other.
Of course, it's you.
Her friend's all, I'm going to call my husband and get him out here to see what's up. I said, call your fucking husband.
Yeah.
So I sat there, crossed my arms, and just waited. Her husband shows up. She runs up to him. He's being an asshole. He's this, that, and the other. And I'm ready. Like, all right, cool. This motherfucker's gonna come over here. I'm gonna break his fucking. He looks at her and says, shut your fucking mouth and put your stupid ass in this truck right now and don't say another goddamn word. He knew. And he looks at me and said, we're just waiting for the cops. And I said, yep. And he said, all right, cool. And he got in the car. We just sat there and waited for the cops.
Yep.
This drunk lady fucking like, oh, I'll give you $10,000. I'll give you $20,000. I'll give you $50,000. I said, lady, look, there's nothing I can do. I've already called the cops. We're past this part. We're past this part. And yeah.
With me, I didn't get as lucky. The one that was really bad, where the engine compartment like just burst into flames.
Oof.
He and his friend gets out of the car after they hit me, T-boned, and with a bottle in hand.
Oh fuck!
Takes a look at me. I'm all fucked up in the driver's seat. So I heard him say, "Oh fuck, let's get out of here." And they booked on foot, leaving the car there.
Wow.
Which was registered to him.
So. Wow. I don't mean to laugh because I know.
Yeah, no, it was hysterical because I'm in the hospital when the cops come in. No, I just gotten home from the hospital, and they're like, "Can you come make the ID?" I'm like, I can't even see 3 feet in front of me, but they're like, well, we got it. So I went in, and he had tried to change his story 3 times. First, it was stolen because he was with his girlfriend and left the keys in the car. No, that was the second one because the keys were in the car. So then he left the keys in the car. But then he left the keys in the car, but locked the door also.
Wow.
You know, he They knew it was him, but I couldn't see very well, and I'm not gonna make a positive ID not knowing for sure. So I didn't get to do anything with that. He
Jeez.
got off, and he's playing the race card. Hey, you only got me here because I'm black. Excuse me.
No, we got you here
You hit
because
me.
you're an idiot.
And then he started saying that his uncle was a cop and blah, blah, blah. So which one is it now?
Oh, good. I'm glad your uncle's a cop because he'll be able to show you how to go through the process of paying for your crime here.
He tried to get his insurance to pay for a brand new car for him.
What?
They did not do it. They came and they talked to me because I, of course, claimed because my car got totaled. So I got paid, but he didn't. I got a new car. Yeah, a replacement, I should say. But that, who gives a fuck? That was one of my worst of the concussions I got from that one.
Oh, there's a joke in there, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Just so you know, I'm leaving that joke alone.
Thank you.
Hey, Zebra, good to see you. Puddin' Time, good to see you too. Puddin' sorry, Puddin' Tane.
I've had 8 from drunk drivers and 11 total.
Jesus Christ! Yeah. Wear a helmet, woman.
I know, right?
Zebra wants to know if your car has screen doors.
No, that would be the submarine.
Yeah. Jerry, she did turn into an auction because it started at 20 grand, then it went down to 10 grand. Then it got as low as 5,000 and as high as 50,000, all in random order. It was just weird. The whole conversation was weird. Yeah, she was fucking hammered. But yeah, my goodness. I just don't.
I hate drunks. I do.
Here's the thing. I've been a drunk. I've spent the majority of my 20s drunk, most of my 30s too. But
I hear
you. I was more into. It sounds terrible. I'd like to drink it. I'd drink at the house. I as a bartender, you would think, oh, he must have got drunk all the time. No, I would never drink on shift. Would not do it.
That's just messy doing that.
It really is. It really is. They were like, oh, you can have a couple drinks, and I'm like, no, I'll wait till the end of my shift. If I feel like having a beer or whatever, I will. We would always get one shift comp where I worked, so I would have my one beer at the end of the night, and then I would take it on home, and then drink at the house because it was safer. There were times where I did some really stupid shit, And I mean, I'll be the first to admit I've done some stupid shit as a kid. I'm surprised that not only is my surprise that I'm still living because of the stupid shit that I've done, but I'm surprised I didn't go to prison for some of the stupid shit that I've done. I am not the guy. I'm not the guy to sit there and say, holier than thou. Absolutely not. There was one night, and I wasn't even drunk this night, but I was so exhausted from just like we played 6 days in a row, all at different places. And the Saturday night we played this place out in Arlington, but I had to work in between each gig, like my regular job.
Mm-hmm.
I was just fucking exhausted. I wasn't drinking anything except water and some coffee. And we had to get on the road and go back to our jam room to, put all this stuff. I remember getting onto the freeway in Arlington. And then I remember pulling up to the jam room in Lake Worth. Now, people who aren't from Texas don't know what that means.
No.
It's about 45 miles. I don't remember anything in between. I don't know if I fell asleep. I don't know if I just blanked out. But I was like, fuck me, what the fuck just happened? So I had to walk around the truck to make sure that I didn't, have any damage from hitting anything. And, I had the day off the next day, but I woke up and went and drove it to make sure I didn't see anything that was fucked up. But yeah, my goodness, that was terrible. Holy shit. There was also, like I said, I've done some stupid shit. So I can't sit there and say that I'm perfect because I'm not.
You're not, no.
Thank you, Tina. DK says, not a big where I live now. I can't walk into town to do my drinking, walk my drunk ass back home. That's cool. See, Part of the problem with living in Texas is not everything is within walking distance, which kind of sucks.
Nothing's in walking distance in the country.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Shoot, nothing's in walking distance here either. Colorado.
Well, that's just because you're way up high and like walking to.
No, but seriously, like, well, even the bus stop's not in walking distance here because there's no bus stops.
Really?
There's very few, like the public transportation in Colorado Springs is like very little to none. You have, like, I know a lady who was actually taking the bus everywhere she had to go, and she was walking on average of an hour between bus stop and where she needed to be.
I thought they had better. I thought they had better transit.
No,
Maybe it's Pueblo. They have decent transit.
maybe they did not build it up here at all. And in Falcon, they don't have any at all. None.
Yeah, so I know that some of the smaller places they don't have it, but H. Madison, since I've done that, Johnny, and I had to drive off a mountain and woke up on my sofa. Well, that's just scary. It really is. What was I going to tell you? Oh, the greatest mass transit that I've ever seen in person was in Minnesota, of all places. Believe it or not,
New York.
I've never been to New York, and I don't know if I trust New York mass transit.
What?
Um,
We wrote the book. We perfected it.
Did you?
Between the subway and the buses.
Did you though?
Yes.
Because I think Minnesota's got you beat.
How? They got a funnier accent, but
don't you know?
Maybe
that's what it is.
I can't do it actually.
Yeah, I had never been, and this was in 2014. We had a journalism conference up there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Twin Cities area. We were staying at Minnesota University, and they had the Metro, the Red Line, the Blue, a couple other ones. And of course, they had different buses and whatnot. So we get there, and we're supposed to be taking the Metro to the Mall of America, and we get there like the second it's taking off. We're like, oh, God damn it, this fucking sucks, blah, 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 blah. And there's people standing around like, what's the problem? Like, well, we missed the Metro. Like, so there'll be a bus here in about 2 minutes. And sure as shit, 2 minutes later, bus going to the same place. Here in Texas, if you miss your bus, you're waiting a good 35, 45 minutes. I mean, minimum. Sometimes hours.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, Raven Darkstar knows you have to take taxis here or Ubers because there's no buses.
In the Springs, yeah. Same here in Texas. Our mass transit here is so fucked up. You can get a bus that'll take you from one part, drive through an annex of Fort Worth, but because they're not actually part of Fort Worth and don't pay the same taxes that Fort Worth pays, they'll drive through there to get to the other side of Fort Worth and drop you off. Like
but won't stop in Fort Worth.
Stop in between. They won't stop in between the annexed cities. Like there's
love
1, 2, 3,
absolutely
like
love
4
it.
of them that you can get dropped off all around those spots and then walk, but they'll drive right through them. Like, can you just stop and let me off right here? Like, nope. Can't do it. Fuck me running.
Don't you love red tape?
It was so stupid. But that's what we don't want to pay the taxes. Oh gosh. And my favorite, we don't want mass transit because that'll bring all the riffraff.
That's what Falcon is saying, but I don't understand why Colorado Springs doesn't have it. I really don't.
Look, I'm telling you, the riffraff is already here.
Yeah, we are riffraff.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, we are the riffraff.
We're the riffraff you're worried about. We're okay. Well, no, it'll bring out the homeless people. Okay. Homeless people sleep.
The homeless are busy sitting in McDonald's.
Right.
So they're fine.
So what? The homeless guy wants to pay $2 to stay on the bus all day long. That's it. I mean, that's what it costs. Bought the ticket. So stupid.
Yeah, it really is. Have you seen the benches they've been putting in certain public areas like bus stations and stuff, so that homeless people can't fall asleep on them? But they've also made them so uncomfortable you can't sit on them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so stupid.
No
So
sense.
what? The guy wants to sleep on the bench. Let him sleep on the fucking bench. My goodness.
Oh yeah, like we had a hard time with that in New York because every mayor has different ways of dealing with the homeless, right? At one point, though, they just bum rushed them out of like Grand Central. There's these pews in one part of it, like you know what a church pew looks like, those wooden ones. Do you know what those
Yeah,
are?
yeah.
Pew. They belong in churches usually, but there's a part of Grand Central that has all these wooden pews, and the homeless would sleep on them. They're not comfortable. Nobody's gonna sit on them,
Right.
so let them have them. But it didn't look good for tourists, so they just bum rushed them.
So stupid. You know who handled? By the way, Bridget Device says, "What's happening? It's not Tuesday."
Hey,
Yes, it is.
yeah, it is.
It's just Tuesday.
I almost agreed. I was like, what? Yeah.
It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Who was it? Someplace in Utah, of all places. It was a city in Utah that solved the homelessness. Completely solved it. This was about 10, 15 years ago.
From somewhere else?
No. What they did is their mayor went out and said, "Man, we got a lot of homeless folk." And he looked at the numbers and found out what it cost, what it was costing the city and the taxpayer, and whatever, how much he actually had it down to the person. Like each homeless person costs X amount of dollars per year.
Right.
All right. So now a whole lot of homeless people. And then he looked and said, "Man, we got a lot of empty houses. These houses are just empty. There's nobody doing anything with these houses. They're a drain on the economy." He says, "Hey, wait a minute. Let's take one problem. Let's take two problems, put them together, and we can solve it."
Two birds, one stone, yeah.
So what he did is took homeless people and put them in houses, put them in these homes. So here you go. Here's a house.
Work on them. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing. People say, "Well, cool. He probably put them to work." No, he didn't make them work for it. He didn't say you have to do this or you have to do that.
No, but if you live there, you're gonna take pride in it.
Well, like I said, there was no expectation.
No.
He said, "Hey, well, we do have these programs that are available to you. We have work study programs that are available to you if you want to take it.
Mm-hmm.
We have rehab programs if you want to take it. We have rehab programs for you." But he got these jobs. If you want to go to work, we can put you to work. We'll get you a job. Yeah. You don't have to do any of this stuff
to get the house.
Right. Yeah. You just live here. And people said, "Well, that's got to be a drain on the taxes." And after it was all said and done, it cost the individual taxpayer less by like $100 a year less to put these people in these houses than it did leaving them out doing whatever.
Yeah.
Because they had easier access to health care to make sure they didn't die in the street.
Have the cops always having to deal with them.
Exactly.
On the street.
Exactly. They weren't as bothersome with other people. But you didn't have to worry about beggars so much because again, they had places to go. They had food to eat. It was warm in the wintertime and cool in the summertime. And you know what I mean?
It's a smart program.
It works. Oh my God. But you tell people that shit like, "Oh, socialism was bad."
We've been begging them to do it with all the empty buildings in New York for decades.
It makes sense.
Do you know what? You know what Koch did though instead back in the day?
What's that?
Oh my God! So the ones that are near the the highway I-95 are the worst because all the windows were broken out. These apartment buildings that were empty and run down, the windows were being broken out and they looked terrible, right? And so everybody was like, put the homeless in these empty apartments.
Right.
Let them, fix them up. No, instead of that, they got these pieces of plastic, basically painted plastic that look like curtains and windows, and put those up instead. Some of them had a painted plant on it.
That's weird.
Yeah, you could look them up. You'll see them.
I'm trying to find. Somebody asked what city it was, and I want to say it was like Utah. Like it's grown to being.
Yeah, you said somewhere in Utah.
All of Utah, but I think it started in Salt Lake City. I have to look. I have to go back and look and do some more research on it. But yeah, it solved their homeless problem and it put people in these empty houses.
It's better than pieces of plastic.
Yeah, you could do like the cutouts of like John Wayne and whatnot. Why not?
Seriously, they're stupid. They weren't even really well done.
It's amazing what we'll do.
Excuse me, Dirk?
What happened?
Dirk Frenulum, whatever his name is, says, I'm talking on my ass about New York. I'd never lived there. Okay.
Yeah, you never lived in New York when you were born in New York. You were Long Island. Was it Long Island?
Shut the fuck up. No.
Right. And Manhattan, right? Manhattan.
I hate you.
Oh, it's Albany, New York. That's where it was.
Yeah. That reminds me of a Hofstadter joke. This woman, you know Steve Hofstadter?
The
comedian? Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the hecklers that he's always getting said, she said hackle instead of heckle, right? Well, that's how we say it in New York. He's like, I'm from New York. No, that's not how we say it. And he's like, so where are you from? And she said Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
She said first she says outside New York. He's like, yeah, well, everything's outside New York. Exactly where? She said somewhere in Philadelphia. I was like, that's outside New York, all right?
Silliness. Bridget Abide has been a plot hole crew member for 14 months.
Woo!
My goodness. Says rule of acquisition number 34. War is good for business. I don't speak Ferengi, but I recognize Ferengi. Okay. How much of a nerd am I that I knew exactly what he was talking about when I read that message?
Smart. I got to do mine too. 8
months. Yeah. A Marvel girl. Who's been a plot hole crew member for 8 months says hi.
Woo-woo.
I wish StreamYard would fix that so we could actually post, make them pop up on the screen.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why they don't.
I don't either. I don't know if that's a StreamYard thing or if that's a YouTube thing because like all the super chats pop up, but these ones don't. Maybe it's the way YouTube codes these.
They've got to code them differently because it doesn't do that in Streamlabs either. They show up in Streamlabs too.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because they set off the fireworks for Radicals streams. Because he does fireworks to go off for all of them.
I need to get all snazzy with this stuff one of these days. Rule of acquisition 35. Peace is good for business.
Which is better, peace or war for business?
Both, because there's always the cogs are always spinning in that defense thing. Always spinning. In LA, asking where you're from is not a friendly question. That's true. That is true. I will say, Cindy Sue, who's been a member for 4 months, says, better get mine done. Yoo-hoo. Thank you, Cindy Sue. I appreciate
it. Why is that not a friendly question in LA specifically?
So the same reason why you got upset me telling you, or saying that you're from Long Island or Manhattan.
It's better than Trash Island. Just saying.
You mean Ellis Island?
No, Staten.
I know Staten Island. No, there are certain places that you just don't want to, like if you're from South Central and you're speaking to somebody who's from East LA, that's not going to be a fun conversation. Mrs. Schrodinger's cat says, I got a new cell phone and I need a dongle.
See, she stole my word from me. She likes it too now.
Well, dongle is a word.
I love that word. Dongle. I got mine. Arian Rod bought it for me.
Your dongle?
Yeah, for my controller. Bad. I love that word. It's one of my favorite words.
I know, but it just sounds fun. It sounds bad.
She picked that up for me.
Zebra the Bicycle Frauditor says, at least it's not Detroit. I have not. I've been to Chicago once. But I've never been to Detroit.
Okay, my dad went there a lot because of we did business with Chrysler.
With Al Capone.
And He's just stupid. No, actually, Carol Shelby. Thank you. He did the a special edition of the Dodge Dakota. The pickup truck? Yeah. There's 1,500 of them, and we did the graphics for it.
Zebra, I will agreeably disagree with you on that one. South Central, it's maybe not as bad as, well, nowadays is South Central, East LA, they're nowhere near as bad as they used to be. But yeah, that we were, my father's side of the family is from East Los Angeles. We were going to the La Brea Tar Pits, and we took a left on Crenshaw when we should have taken a right.
Mm-mm.
It was not fun.
How close can you get to those? The pits themselves?
You can get right up to them.
Really?
Yeah, you can get right up to them.
Like, can you put your toe in it if you want to?
No. There's a fence around it, but you can get, like, for me to this microphone, probably like the back, the stand where the microphone is here. There you fence and whatnot, but you can get pretty close. So if you haven't been,
the pit is right there.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah. At the plot hole question, favorite video game series of all time? Probably Mortal Kombat. Probably. But I'm not for certain on that one.
I gotta ask more questions about this. So is this just like a street and all of a sudden there's like the pits right there? Like, how's it?
Well, so when you get to La Brea, it's like a museum thing, right? So there's places for you to park and whatnot. So you walk up to the tar pits.
So it's an attraction.
It's like a museum.
Okay.
More like a living history museum.
Mm-hmm. But they're outside.
Yeah.
Okay. And
there's some stuff they have inside as well. Like there's the building you can go into and kind of check out some of the things they've excavated from these pits. And it's really cool. If you've ever been, you should go check it out. It's a lot of fun.
I definitely.
If you're into that type of stuff,
yeah.
If you're not into like prehistoric shit, and then you'd be like, oh, there's a bunch of fucking tar. Who gives a shit?
No, but like it's been there forever. Like,
hey, Patty. Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. Billions of years.
And like they pull stuff out of it. Like, how do they find it in the pits? Did somebody go in there? No.
Surface.
Get it off.
Yeah.
Are there? Because I saw in, what was that movie with the pits in them? Oh my God.
Volcano with Tom.
No, there's another one. It didn't stick to him. Last Action Hero. No.
Oh yeah.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger one.
Yeah.
Right. Are those plastic dinosaur really in them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because those aren't real, right?
No, that's part of the attraction. But there are some things that are in there that are still like, it's pretty cool. You should check it out. Somebody said something about Northern California. Michelle says, I'm from Northern California. I'm biased. Here's the thing. Growing up, I spent a lot of time in Los Angeles visiting my grandparents out there. I love it out in LA. I love to visit Los Angeles. I couldn't afford to live there because it's stupid expensive. But LA was always good to us, and maybe because my family was out there. But I have nothing but positive memories going to Los Angeles. That being said, I would love to live in Northern California.
I hear it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Would love to live up there.
I won't mind. Anywhere but here. How about that?
Look, I think you need to start.
I'm sorry.
You need to appreciate Colorado Springs for what it is. Hey, Arf, interesting. Good to see you.
I'm trying to think of what it might be.
It's a place.
It's a place. There you go. It's a place. That I can agree with you on that one.
Out of all the places in Colorado, it's one of the probably one of the nicer areas, the Springs, because it's really pretty, especially when you go through the mountains through where that Air Force Base and whatnot is. Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's really pretty. It's a really pretty drive. But you don't drive. That's your problem.
I don't have a car. That's the problem. I was gonna get one. Schrodinger actually offered me one,
Yeah.
but that's not happening. So
Yeah,
moving
Matt.
on.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's yes, I do know because again, my family still lives out there, all over Northern California, California. Yeah, it's ridiculous. My next vacation will be going to see my girl AMG if I can make it through the airport. You
She
can make it
can't.
through the airport.
She won't.
Is it like
Not holding my
anxiety?
breath. She doesn't like airports
Hmm.
or bridges or tunnels.
Johnny Yo, you give me your SoCal Disney discount card now. Good day, sir. I've been to Disneyland a few times. I
Oh
took
man!
the older kids to Disneyland when they were wee babies. They were
Did
maybe
you get a fast pass?
no, we didn't do the fast pass because it was
You
stupid.
waited?
Yeah, we went
How many-
during the week though, so it wasn't as many people there.
Now you gotta pay for the fast pass.
You had to pay for it back then too.
But you pay $20 and then you pay another 20 on top of that for the genie. So you can actually skip in line.
Right. Might as well just get all of it. Here's all my
$40.
money, Disney.
So get the ticket to Disney and then another $40 on top of it. So you can get to the rides.
Just couldn't do it.
Because some of them, like 6 hours. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I've heard that some of the lines can be like 3, 4, even 6 hours. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, some of the newer stuff you can get some ridiculously long lines, but most everything goes pretty quick. I mean, this is like any other amusement park. All right, Zach, good to see you.
Bye, Zach.
But yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I any more than 10 minutes and I'm like, I'm out.
Emily says never had a desire to go to Disney World or Land.
What?
It's fun. I mean,
It's the happiest place on earth.
No, Disney. We went to, like I said, Disneyland was when I was a kid. My father took us out there. We also went to Orlando Studios and
nice.
Universal Studios in LA, Hollywood. That was kind of fun. Got to do the backdraft thing, and then those backdrafts were really big. What else was good? We did the tour. We saw
my parents went there.
Saw the house and from
Bates.
the Bates Motel. It was fun.
How small is that hotel in real life?
Well, it's really just more of a facade, right?
Right, but is it?
It's. I mean,
forced perspective.
No,
is
it's not.
The house that small. Wait.
No, it's not forced perspective. It's it's the size of a house. But
I thought it was based on forced perspective.
Which one?
The movie.
No, I mean, I get it because it's on a hill, and they kind of the way they put it, make it look bigger than it really is. They make it look bigger than it really is, but I mean, it's like a house, a 2-story house type thing.
Okay. I could be thinking about something completely different. I just thought that's what I was still thinking about.
Jerry says it's happy to realize you paid $15 for a cheeseburger and a small lemonade. Did you go on discount night? Because $15 and get you a cheeseburger and a small lemonade. Holy shit! We stopped. So they have ESPN Zone at the Hollywood Adventureland, which is a newer part of Disneyland, and it's not real, Marvel Girl. Just tell her. Oh yeah, it's not real, Tina. But no, so they had ESPN Sports Zone, and it was one of the coolest fucking places I've ever been.
In Disney?
And yeah, it was in the Hollywood Adventure part of Disneyland. This was almost 15 years ago, 13 years ago. And when you walk in, you can go upstairs to the arcade. You can go downstairs to not downstairs. You go to the right to go to the like the shop for memorabilia and whatnot, or you go into the restaurant. We went to the restaurant. They had 2 baseball games playing. I had to pee at one point during this visit to the restaurant. I didn't miss a single pitch from my seat to the bathroom and back of either one of those baseball games.
Yeah.
They have more televisions than 2 Best Buys put together It was ridiculous.
Don't they have them in the bathrooms
They
too?
have them in the stalls,
Yeah.
in the urinals.
Mhm.
You're washing your hand. There's a TV right here, so we missed nothing. I watched. I walked down the hallway to go to the restroom, and I watched the pitch the ball going. It was great.
Every man's dream.
It's great.
Wet dream, you might say.
I don't know about wet dream, but it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and the steak they gave me was pretty good. It's pretty good steak.
It's a world of hope.
Zebra says, "Is this Las Vegas?" No, this was in
Disney, yeah.
Disneyland. And of course, they have they live broadcast out of there from time to time. So they have the whole the sports center set is there, which is kind of cool. Yeah. But yeah, the only thing I want to see in Disney World is Star Wars part. That's Disneyland. I don't know if Disney World has one. I know Disney World.
Which one's which?
So Disney World is in Orlando. That's the newer one, and then you have Disneyland in California, which is the original.
World has Epcot.
Epcot is in Orlando. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I've only ever been to as far as those type of things, Six Flags.
JL, don't you tease me.
And then I've been to Rye Playland, which is where they filmed Big.
So Zebra says Disney World has a Star Wars cruise. I will never experience the Star Wars cruise.
Why?
I can't do cruises.
Why?
I have so bad inner ear, my vertigo, and just
even on a cruise ship.
Yeah, look, I'll get dizzy just standing on dry land because I'll feel the earth move.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it sometimes gets really, really bad.
How did you find this out? Were you on a cruise?
I got on. I didn't get on a cruise. I got on a boat, not like a tiny yacht, like a big boat.
Like a ferry?
No, I take that back. I did get on a cruise ship that was docked. Wasn't even out to sea. I forget what the hell I was doing. Helping somebody get set up for some shit. If I can remember, but as soon as I stepped on there, I started couldn't do it. Like getting on airplanes is tough for me too because I'll get airsick. I'm not to the point where I'm throwing up, but to the point where it's messed me up where I can't. Like I have to sit. It was so bad one year that when I went to Los Angeles for the 4th of July. We left on the 1st, and I took Dramamine, which, by the way, don't ever fucking take Dramamine. Why? I don't care how, just don't do it. I took one Dramamine pill to get on the plane. It's a 3-hour flight from where I'm at to Los Angeles, or 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
I took this pill. I remember getting on the plane. This was on the 1st. Okay. Or the 2nd. We got there the 2nd. So I don't remember any of the 3rd and only bits and pieces of the 4th of July.
Oh,
now, mind you, I spent the 4th of July at a family block party that was on a cul-de-sac where they had those 6-foot fold-out tables. They had 4 of those completely covered in fireworks and 2 F-150s with the beds full. And I mean full of fireworks. And I kind of remember that part. It fucked me up for 3 days.
I can imagine. Jesus.
I will never do that again. Mm-mm.
I've heard they're strong, but dude, you must be very sensitive.
To that stuff, I am. Fentanyl and all that shit, I can't do it. I can't take it. Like whenever I had cluster headaches, those migraines.
God, yes.
It was bad. They gave me that, here's migraine medicine. It's supposed to help out and whatnot. You want to talk about fucked up fever dreams?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. I said, no, I'll deal with the headaches.
Damn, that must be bad.
It was terrible. And luckily they finally just went away. And I haven't had migraines that bad since like 2012. I think that's what the year that I got them. It was so bad the left side of my face went numb. They thought I was having a stroke.
Yeah. I've been to the New England Center for Headache a couple of times because of my migraines back then, but they don't. Oh, I gotta go. What happened?
Where you gotta go? Who's got?
Nicole says that they need me. I don't know why.
We need you back where you were.
I don't know what that means. Like, you want me to leave here?
Jinju says you're a real lightweight for a big guy when it comes to drugs. When it comes to those types of things, yeah. It's kind of funny because, and my wife and I figured this out. There's this muscle relaxer, Scolaxin, or some shit like that.
Celexa?
So I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked up my back one year. The doctor said, "Here, take 2 of these." They gave me like this little 6-pack. There's 2 6-packs of samples. They take 2 of these for your back. That's what you need. So I took 2 and went to work. Fuck me. I'm glad I worked at a music shop where the owner didn't give a shit. I was fucked.
Oh wow.
I mean, I'm like this on the counter in a puddle of my own drool. Drooling, mumbling, bumbling idiot. I went back to the doctor the next day and said, "Here, I don't ever want these again. Don't give them to me." Well, a few years later, they tried something different. Soma. Fucking, I took Soma. I was like, whatever. No, Soma. Yeah, no big deal. My wife is the complete opposite. Soma fucks her up, but the Sklex or whatever it is, Sklexin, she's like, man, whatever. It's no big deal. So,
I can't take muscle relaxers. I go into anaphylactic shock.
So you're allergic to the morphine?
No, I can take like stuff like Percocet and stuff, but any non-steroidal I can't take.
Oh, I got you.
Ibuprofen, Motrin, Naproxen. No.
Rodent of Anger says, better than a puddle of someone else's drool. This is true.
Ew, nasty.
Yeah, and Benadryl knocks me out too, but other stuff doesn't. Other allergy medicine, not so much. It's just weird. It's really weird. Anyway, it's time for me to wrap up. I've been on for over an hour, which is, it's a long time for me.
Yeah.
Tina, we're going to see you tomorrow. You're going to reveal to everybody what your true form comes out tomorrow.
Italian.
What was that? You said creamy Italian?
No, just Italian.
Oh, just Italian. Regular Italian.
Yeah.
House Italian.
And we're playing with Raj tomorrow.
Playing with Radical. There's going to be some video games in there too. So bad.
So stupid.
So stupid.
Where's Radical at? Let's see, what is it?
Is it Radical Plays?
Yeah, on Radical Plays. I think it starts at, I want to say 2:30 Eastern, 2 Eastern, and then he has a premiere, and then we go to Cliff's birthday party and the reveal. It's a big day. Big day.
Lots of fun.
Redirects and shit like that. Fun and yeah.
And then, of course, at the very last second, as I'm rapping, I've got this
big day.
awesome guy here. Look at this guy.
No, just because Marvel Girl has to go doesn't mean you got to rap.
Yeah.
Marvel Girl she doesn't have to go. I'm not, hey, my God, here, Tina.
You're the one who said you had to go. So.
Yeah, I'm going to say I had to go because I actually,
you don't have to go. Where are you going to go?
Look,
you're going nowhere.
I'm going though. So night, guys.
All right, good night, Tina.
Bye.
You're going nowhere.
I got you for 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Playtime.
Yep. Pat Dowd says, "Look who sneaked in." That's right.
I'll always sneak in.
Yeah, sneaking in the back door.
So, I was a day behind. I was like, what the fuck is Johnny going live for? I was like, this is, and it happened to be out, and I guess I was just, when I looked at it, I was like, today's not Tuesday. No, today is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Yeah.
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Jerry says, very, very sneaky. Yep. John Turturro.
Very, very sneaky.
I just gave you the actor.
Yeah, I know John Turturro.
It's a remake. Adam Sandler.
Oh, was this Mr. Deeds?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Mr. Deeds. What was the original movie called?
That I don't know off the top of my head.
Mr. Deeds Goes to New York.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So, I'm curious, because we had that really awesome chat, and there could be news on the horizon for us. all of this. Actually, it's two things. I wanted to get your opinion.
Uh-huh.
So I thought I'd started a Twitter war. And
yeah, you said something earlier about this. Somebody put out a very disagreeable list of horror comedies that did not have horror or comedy on it.
Did you ever take a look at the list?
I didn't go. I didn't get to check it out.
Okay, you don't even have to. You don't have to. I can sum this shit up like right quick. So apparently the guy that wrote it, okay, he had taken like a month off Twitter, and I guess he was just like, personally, hey, what's up, Raven Darkstar? How do I always find a way to make you angry?
JL has that. He has that.
Do I have that effect on people?
That way.
I just have that way about me. Oh, I fucking hate that JL Warren. Gina S. Torque is doing fine. Torque is doing great. He just got his brand new collar and his new identification in. So he's got his collar identification and he's got his microchip. So he's all set. But he is acclimated big time. He still gets the zoomies because he's under a year old. So we have the time when he gets his zoomies so that we can actually get some sleep.
See, I had a dog that still had the zoomies when she was like 4 years old. She's still ass end is 5 times faster than the front end. Hilarious.
Well, the thing about it is that in this house we have all hardwood, so he's got to be really careful. Otherwise, he'll be all over the place. And I have like breakable shit like in my office, so he's got to be careful.
So before you get into that Twitter thing, I just got to say, I wish you would have been with me last night at Jeremy's house. You think you got some shit? My God, this
what
guy.
Do you mean?
I went to like your office and whatnot, your collectibles, and how you have it all decorated and pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got some cool stuff. This guy, fucking Jeremy's got his dining room, his formal dining room is like this little like museum thing where you can walk through it with different displays and shit.
Wow.
His entire house, every single room has some sort of collectible display up. Every one of them. It's
like a museum.
Even his bathrooms.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like a fucking museum.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
How old is he?
38.
Oh, younger than me. But then you're just like, I'm pretty selective about what I collect. I used to not be. I used to be a total pack rat and just like say
he was the opposite, right? There were certain things that he would collect, and then when he got with his current lady friend, they just fucking went to town. Like there's some stuff he's got, like kitchen collections and stuff. Like, well, okay,
well, that's cool.
Yeah, but all kinds of shit.
Need pictures of it. So, okay, so and a couple of trolls came out and said some crap, just like, but it was just going down this whole thing. So I don't need to give this cat's name because they'll find him on Twitter or whatever like this. But there's just no point. But what's important is that there was the article. So he writes this article called the 20. One sec. Let me find the actual thing. And this guy, what he does is he's a freelance writer. So he just submits stuff to like Slash Film and various stuff and Rotten Tomatoes. He just pretty much what he is. He's freelance critic, whatever. Doesn't really work for anybody. But he's got 6,000 followers on Twitter. He's verified. He's got his blue check mark.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, so he's doing his thing. Anyway, so he submitted an article to Slash Film that was recommended to me, that was given to me on Discord. Someone said, just like, dude, you have got to look at this. And I was like, oh, what is it? And he was like, oh, it's just like, look. So I was like, okay, cool. So let's take a look at this thing. So this list that he pulled up, and of course, doing exactly what he wants. So this list that he wrote, of course, doing exactly what he wants by me pulling it up and giving him a click.
Sure.
So, but nonetheless, this was his list of the 20. This is horror comedies, the 20 best horror comedies like ever, ranked from 20 to 1. Okay. Mm-hmm. So his number 20 was Zombievers.
Okay.
19, Bubba Hotep. 18, Trick or Treat.
That's not a comedy.
Hang on. 18, Trick or Treat. 17, Young Frankenstein. 16, Rubber. 15, Tremors. 14, Dead Man Inferno. 13, Arachnophobia. 12, Housebound. 11, Reanimator. 10, Ghostbusters. 9, Dead Alive. 8, The Innkeepers. 7, Gremlins. 6, American Psycho. 5, What We Do in the Shadows. 4, An American Werewolf in London. 3, House. 2, The Cabin in the Woods. And 1, Return of the Living Dead.
Okay. So there were a couple, like maybe 3 movies on that list that I would classify as horror comedy. There was one movie that's not even a fucking horror movie, and the rest.
There are actually 4 movies on that are not classified as horror comedy but not just by me or by us
by
or fans, but by actual classification. They're not considered that. American Psycho is not a horror comedy. Dead Man Inferno is not a horror comedy. Trick or Treat is not a horror comedy, and there was a there was a 4th one on there as well. But
American Psycho is a horror film. It's just,
and American Psycho isn't a horror comedy; it's considered a horror thriller.
I wouldn't even consider it a horror film just in general. You know what I mean? That's just me. But
and Tremors at rank 15. What? So, but then again, no Tucker and Dale versus Evil, no Shaun of the Dead. I mean, I could name like a dozen horror comedies that should have been on that list. A couple of them I agree with. You know, American Werewolf in London, I would agree with that.
I would consider that a horror comedy.
Now, because comedy can be subjective in that, but American Werewolf in London, I could say there were many funny parts. Come on, his dead friend was hilarious.
His dead friend was hilarious, but just because there are funny parts doesn't make it a comedy, right? So any good horror film is going to have those moments of relief,
right?
Which might joke or whatever, but
so what happened is he was out of town. He was like taking a break from Twitter, and so someone sent this to me, and I found this list, and this is just me personally. I found this list to be like really egregious. So I was kind of like, this is absolutely. I was like, this is crap. Like,
so you did like JL does and said, I'm gonna fucking shit.
No. I tweeted and I didn't link it. I just tweeted it out, and I basically said what I said to him was, seriously, 20 best horror comedies ever includes Zombievers. Trick or Treat, Innkeepers, and American Psycho are not even horror comedies, and no Shaun of the Dead. Tremors at rank 15. This kind of writing is why horror fans don't trust mainstream.
Ooh, you fucking used the wrong word there. You said mainstream. You were trying to start a fight.
So he didn't respond. It's because he was gone. And then he came back, and he immediately he was like, it's rough first day back. I just found out that I'm not a horror fan. I never said he wasn't a horror fan. I acknowledge that he likes horror movies. That's fantastic. But this mainstream BS, lazy ass writing that you put out just to submit a damn article so you can pay the bills, that whole mentality is why that whole mainstream mentality is why the horror fandom doesn't trust generally what people have to say about it.
But the fucked up thing is he could have put out a legitimate list and sold the article just the same.
Exactly.
Because
he didn't disagree with me on any. Well, he disagreed with me on Zombievers. Although Zombievers was funny, but had no business because it doesn't. Wormwood, Shaun of the Dead, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. These are films that are arguably better written, better acted, and just technically better movies as far as horror comedies go. And if you're saying Zombievers is better than them,
you could have put Fido on that list.
Fido is hilarious. But so I'm throwing it out. So like I said, there's dozens that we could say. Go ahead and read your thing.
Torres Musin for 50 dicks says, "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Finger guns, no shirt yet. Yeah, I just looked at it. And apparently, it's still in the process of being shipped. So stupid. This Teespring. Maybe.
So I had a couple of people say, "Hey, we didn't." A couple say it's like a couple say who are you? I'm like, oh, I'll be happy to introduce who we are. Can we just tell you? It was like, oh, well, here's our show, and we do this. And he was kind of like, oh, well, I was like, well, we'd never heard of you. It was like, I'm not surprised. We're only in our 3rd season. We only do 1 episode a week with a bunch of bonus content for our listeners. And, I wouldn't be surprised. We haven't even completed our 3rd year yet. So I have no doubt we haven't even hit 150 episodes. So I have no doubt that you haven't heard of us, which is fine, which is all good. I'm not worried about that. It's slow but steady. You gotta grind it out when you're doing a podcast, unless you go into it with like 1 million followers already. So he responded. Oh, yeah. So the one troll responded, translation, I'm mad that no one listens to our podcast, but this guy has a blue check mark because I think my opinions as a real horror critic, trademark TM, I guess, deserve more attention than they get. So I didn't even respond to that. So that's just someone just trolling for whatever.
Right.
And then he actually responded to me, said, thanks for reading. So, and I was like, I don't care. I just want you to do like better. Just be better. It's just, you know what it is. Represent the fandom better.
Excuse me.
And then there were a couple of people who were kind of like, hey, it's subjective. Everyone's got different opinions, blah, 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 blah. Someone said, you know nothing about Rob then. He's as big a horror fan as anyone you know. And I was like, Zombievers is better than Tucker and Dale or Shaun of the Dead or Black Sheep or Wormwood or 100 others that we could name.
No.
And it was a question, and it was a question mark. And I was like, Zombievers is better than all of these other movies? It was like, the point wasn't that he's not a fan. The point was the horror fandom serves better than half-thought-out articles that only serve to create drama. And then someone responded to me with, you right now, and linked to Onion article says, I appreciate the Muppets on a much deeper level than you. So, a lot of trolls, but nonetheless, he at one point responded and essentially called me an asshole.
Oh, well. He's not wrong.
He was like to basically assume that I was lazy in my list when I was cutting down the 50 selections to 20, and that I was lazy in some way just makes him an asshole. And I'm like, wait, and I was thinking, wait, hang on a sec. You started with 50 and you cut it down to 20, and that was your selection?
Yeah.
Then
I get, trying to do things, I want to be a little edgier and be out of the norm, because I would expect Shaun of the Dead. I would expect, Tucker and Dale being on this list. I want to do something a little different. Well, you can do something different, but why are we putting movies that are not horror movies? Young Frankenstein is not a horror film.
Not a horror film at all.
At all.
Not even thematically horror.
Right. It's just, for fuck's sake.
So I thought I was going to start a Twitter war. I thought I had. I was like, oh, and here they come. But I didn't respond because most of it wasn't worthy of a response. Oh, translation, I'm just angry and nobody watches my show, so I'm going to lash out. Fuck you. We do have listeners. I showed you the picture of that spike in our listenership via Messenger. You saw that. Yeah. So we're doing fine as far as listenership goes. So I'm not, concerned about that.
Here's the thing. What does that even matter? What does that matter? That has nothing to do with the content of your argument, which, yeah. Come on, man.
And of course, he never once told me that I was wrong. He didn't defend his selections. He didn't say why these particular films were better than any other ones. He just, fell down on the sword of subjectivity. Well, it's subjective. And I'm like,
fuck your mother with that subjectivity bullshit. Like, when you put movies on there that aren't even horror movies.
It's like, you don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Yeah.
You write LDC shit. I didn't want to call him out for that. I didn't want to just say, dude, you write shit for the lowest common denominator, and that's how you cash a paycheck. And the existence of people like you is the reason why the fandom doesn't trust mainstream. That's how I'm using that in context. Even that context went over people's heads. It's like, you write for the lowest common denominator, okay? Your shit is so loaded with ads. I don't even want to pull it up on my computer.
Yeah.
So
and look, I have no problem with people writing and getting paid to write. Cool, do your thing. But when you do something so egregious, and if you can't recognize that, like, that would be me saying, hey, greatest comedies of all time, Die Hard. What? You would question my my legitimacy in the comedic world.
The Green Mile. The Green Mile. I laughed a couple of times.
I laughed when they executed those people. It was so funny. No, I mean, it just, my goodness. Young
So-
Frankenstein. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm sorry that, and we come and see. That sounds familiar.
That sounds dirty.
So yeah, I had to. I mean, so I responded. I thought I was going to start one, but I guess the Twitter war didn't take off either because people have better things to deal with, or I didn't respond enough to it. I was kind
You
of
didn't respond enough to it. You got to feed the trolls. Like if you want to get that shit going, you have to feed the trolls. I'll do that every now and again. I'll throw a troll a bone just because I want to see them. You know, I want to see how far this will go.
How invested they are.
Right? How much are you willing to die on this hill? You know what I mean? So I'll throw them a bone every now and again. You know, you shouldn't do this, or I can't believe. Well, okay, cool.
As a matter of fact, I'm curious about something. Let me see here real quick. If I just go to Google. And I Google horror, and I'm not even going to do research. I'm going to Google horror comedy. Okay? I'm going to Google horror comedy, and you know how they'll always come up with movies up at the top. So
right.
So I'm going to write an article about the best horror comedy movies and like the greatest ever made, like the best ever made. And I'm going to do like the top 10, like the 10 best. And I'm not going to do any research. I'm going to be totally lazy. I'm going to Google horror comedy. That's it. Here's my selections.
Mm-hmm.
Freaky. The House Next Door. Meet the Blacks 2.
Good night, Mr. Schroeder's cat.
Werewolves Within. The Dead Don't Die. Ready or Not. What We Do in the Shadows. Happy Death Day. Leprechaun.
I guess in a classical sense, Happy Death Day could be considered a comedy, and so could there's another one you mentioned. What was it? Go Back 3. What was the third one? Go Back 3.
What We Do in the Shadows, Ready or Not.
I guess Ready or Not could be considered like classically comedies, like Shakespearean style of comedy, maybe.
Okay, so here's a top picks for you. Top picks for you, horror comedies: Cabin in the Woods, Tremors, Bloodsucking Bastards, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, Fright Night, Freaky, Leprechaun, The Dead Don't Die, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Knights of Badassdom, The Frighteners, Slither. So even Google comes up. Oh, Jack Brooks' Monster Slayer, Wasting Away. I mean, Life After Beth was also good. Life After Beth was good. That was which one was that one? No, there was Life After Beth and Burying the Axe. Life After Beth was Aubrey Plaza and Dane McCann. Dane DeHaan, who played Green Goblin. And then you had Burying the Axe, which was Alexander Daddario, True Detective, and Anton Yelchin. And both of those were funny.
That's a poor kid.
Yeah. But Burying the Axe was about a guy whose girlfriend dies in a car accident and then comes back as a zombie. And still loves him and is like articulate and can talk and like it, but she's a zombie. And then she comes back zombie, and that was Burying the Axe. And then Life After Beth was Aubrey Plaza dies and then comes back as a zombie. Both of them hilarious films.
Yeah. It's just you can't get upset when you make a list like that and the movies you put on there are just I don't even see how people would defend that. I just don't get it because it doesn't seem like it seems very lazily put together.
It is. The reason, and I guess it was partly because when I started doing stuff on the internet with my like professionally and was being paid for it, the very first thing I ever did when I started was I was generating article content for themoviepool.com. That was like when I first started. It was like this guy I knew named Gabriel. He was like, I'm starting up a website, and you've been to film school, you've done this cool stuff, and I can pay you a little. I can pay you a pittance, and then can you generate content articles for me? I was like, you got it. I can do top 10 lists. I can do like filmmaking deals, whatever. I can just basically dump my knowledge into these things, and just create content to make the website look big. And so I did that for like a year. You know, it was like 3 days a week, and just pumping out article ideas, riffing off other, you know, like, oh, just like scouring Slash Film and Doug and all the other, and Reddit, and like just like, oh, I could do that list and I could just put my own spin on it, but actually make it good. So I did that for a long time. So, but I know, and then I kept being told and then we hired an editor, and the editor kept telling me, your stuff is too highbrow. You're writing for an audience that is essentially, my editor told me, and this is flat out the advice that I got. My editor told me that that the content that I was writing was skewed towards an audience that is smarter than the average internet user. Is in essence what he was saying, that you're using the words you're using two big words. You're using a big word when you could use a small word. You're using the structure of your sentences is too complex when they could be simpler. And you need to be able to convey ideas in as few words as possible to keep people moving through the article. So it doesn't feel like they're reading a novel, they're reading a quick web article.
So yeah, that has been that's like my discipline, right? Studying journalism, studying English composition and whatnot, and how writing has changed even within the past 10, 15 years with the internet and whatnot. People want quick.
Right.
You know, if you can say something, they like web writers expect you to be able to put 15-page article down into a paragraph. That's what they want, because they want the video to go along with it. And I get it, right? So it's a multimodal platform. People like to watch and listen and, you know, read a little bit here and there. Well, I understand it. So I guess I can see what he's saying. But being pretentious is a contention.
It was difficult to learn how to do that.
It's a tough way to, it's a tough way to.
I asked him flat out, so you want me to dumb down my work? And he was like, well, you don't have to put it that. I was like, yeah, that's essentially what you're asking me to do. You want me to dumb down my stuff.
Here's the thing. I don't necessarily have an issue with that, because whereas I do agree that it's not, it is dumbing down. It is dumbing down, but it's not meant to be condescending when we're talking about dumbing down, because people, like, sometimes I just want to be able, I want the Reader's Digest, give me the 15, 20 word sentence that wraps up what I need to, you know, that's what I want to read really quick. And then if it's something that I'm interested in, I'm going to do more research and find this, do that, whatever. You know what I mean? But I think he's wrong to assume that the audience that you're writing for wouldn't be interested in the thicker article. Like, some, you know, the older generation, our generation and older, we want the articles that have substance and they have thought out points and whatnot. We want that. We want to read. And some of the younger kids do as well, especially if it's something that's interesting them, they'll go ahead and read the longer articles. But I understand they're trying to appeal to a wider audience. You know,
it was tough. It was tough to try and make that transition, to try and be like, I'd be writing, I'd be like, oh, wait a minute. Then I have to go back over my work. And then, like, oh, well, I guess I can.
He says you should have written it in crayon. not even the skinny crayons, like the big fat crayons.
The big fat crayons.
Just like that. I
mean, it was kind of like, you know, I like movie good. Big boom happened. It's like
scary.
But that was tough. It was tough to figure out, to learn, because I had to basically train myself, and it sucked because it obviously made the work harder, because I would write out an article and then I'd be like, oh wait, I have to go back over this thing, and then I have to go, well, I guess I could say it this way and it's easier like this, and it worked, but it was just a pain in the ass. And then, you know, eventually I kind of fell out of it. It was just, you know, whatever. They were going in a direction that I didn't agree with, and it was like, nah.
Yeah.
So, but I went on to other things, but I see that and I recognize it for what it is. Like, that is what that shit is, and it's lowest common denominator.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you can still do lowest common denominator stuff, but have some integrity by actually putting in, you know, real movies that are not out of genre. Come on,
actually do some work. Do some work and represent. If you're going to represent a fandom or write to a fandom, don't treat that fandom like they're idiots.
Right.
You know,
let's start with the fact no one is writing anymore. We type. We all type. Shit should be called typing. You're out of order. This whole goddamn system is out of order. But yeah, it's I get it. But you still don't come on, man. Young Frankenstein. Yes, it's a comedy. It has a monster in it. Doesn't make it a horror film.
I'm sorry. The whole like that's not a horror film, okay? That's
yeah, right. Yeah, it's a straight comedy. You could have said like Abbott and Costello Hold That Ghost, or Abbott and Costello Meet the Wolfman, or Abbott and Costello, Meet Frankenstein. Maybe those could be considered horror comedies. My contention would be they're just straight comedies, but whatever. But fucking Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, it was goofy. Yeah. But it didn't turn into a war. There was a little bit of there.
Because you won't feed the trolls. You have to feed the trolls. If you don't feed the trolls, then
starve them.
You look. It's fun. I'm telling you, it's fun. Every now and again, you just get into a little. Like I said, I'll do it in my comment section. I'll pick one of these guys that are outraged about something. I forget what the last one was. Like, oh, I'm unsubscribing, or I don't even remember what the fuck it was.
I'm gonna unsubscribe from you. Okay.
Yeah, my favorite line. Well, it's not an airport. You don't have to announce your departures, but.
And considering the fact that you're at the point where it doesn't tell you every single person that subscribed when they subscribe, like you don't get the notifications every time you get a new person.
Yeah.
And sometimes YouTube isn't even up to date on how many you have. That number does this.
Right. It fluctuates a little.
So it's kind of like I wouldn't even know if you left.
Yeah, right. But it's just silly shit. Anyway, I gotta go. It's time.
Why?
Did he put the Addams Family on that list?
The Addams Family was not on that list.
Why do I have to go? Because I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I'm tired.
Oh.
And I have a film I've got to edit.
So what do you when we can make the announcement, announce something? Do you have like a plan? You just want to be all like low key about it and be like, oh, by the way, this is happening, and then move on from there? Or
I think my way of announcing it is just going to be that 2-week time where I'm not on YouTube at all. It's going to be like there's going to be at least 2 weeks where I'm just not there. Like here's the thing. If I just all of a sudden disappear from YouTube for like 2, maybe 3 weeks, you'll know why. You'll know why, right? Because you'll be there.
Oh yeah, I'll know.
But I'm telling this to the audience. You'll know that big things are coming down the pipeline.
Yes,
I'm sure. I don't think we should announce it until after it's. I think we should do the thing that I said we should do. I think it'd be kind of funny. But yeah, Teresa, go ahead. What's your question? Quick question off topic if you can. You may. I'll entertain.
How am I going to handle the show when we're doing when we're doing the thing? I got to figure that out.
It depends on which thing comes through. If it's the big thing, then we're good. You're good because you'll have Alex and Aaron. They'll have to be the guys because Eugene and myself will be extremely busy. But if it's the not as big but still equally as important thing, then yeah, let's do that.
Can we twist your arm, Johnny O?
Glenn Sarah court case today. Are you covering it? I need to go back and watch it. I actually have a day off tomorrow from actual work, so I can sit down and do some videos. So I got a couple things planned out. I've got my Lenka update where she went to court. She actually found Mr. San Clemente. So I have that coming out, and then I'm going to take a look at the Glenn Serio stuff as well. Try to get a couple of things put together that way I can release a few videos because I've been busy and I miss making content for you guys. So yeah, that's what I do plan on doing. Can we twist your arm, Johnny O? You can twist my arm. It'll hurt.
No, it'll slide right off.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll take care of the thing for you as long as you get the other thing for me. Done.
So, I did let you know. Passes for TFW are still available.
Yeah,
for the weekend pass. Yeah.
It was really because I went and looked.
Weekend
Right.
pass, yeah, weekend pass or weekend pass plus a T-shirt. I picked up mine yesterday.
How much are they? Like $120?
No, cheaper than that. For the weekend pass, just basic weekend pass, I think is less than 80.
All right, I'll have to get one
for all 3 days. Yeah.
What that's coming at the end of this month, right?
Yes, end of March.
March 30th to April 1st.
Through April 1st, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Seriously,
yeah, so that's still available.
Absolutely correct. Bruce Willis needs to retire.
And I want Alice Kriega's autograph.
You want more than her autograph.
Yeah. Fucking Alice Kriega.
Mrs. Schrodinger's cat. The festival, the Dallas Diff, I should know in about 10 days. Hopefully, they're supposed to make the announcements in 10 days for Dallas International Film Festival. And Oak Cliff, that one is April 29th, I believe. So just over 2 months, or just under 2 months for that one. So here in 10 days, hopefully I have some good news. That'll be awesome. And then, of course, I will keep an eye out on some of the other ones as they open up. But yes, 10 days, hopefully I'll know about Dallas International Film Festival.
And also, when do you want to go check out the Ark Encounter?
This summer. Are we gonna go pee on it?
I don't know if I don't know if I want to pull an Aussie or No, Richard Simmons has not passed away.
Yeah, at least I haven't said anything.
Nothing at all, like headline wise.
Mm-mm.
Not even like because sometimes you'll even see like Richard Simmons death hoax. So
right,
nothing's popped up. I do want to see it, and I wonder if they're really because nobody's going there. That place is going to shut down eventually. And I don't want to. I would like to take a tour through it just to see just absolutely how ridiculous it is, and see if we can get a
giant wooden boat in the middle of fucking Kentucky. How
that leaks apparently. I want to see. I want to. We got to get a camera in there, and
that's easy.
I hear that they're really, really strict. They don't want people like because they know it's ridiculous. They know it's beyond stupid. They completely they grifted everybody.
Yeah,
they grifted the state. They're grifting the people, and
absolutely total grift. Yep. All right, I really got to go. I gotta go. I got stuff to do, JL. I got things to edit. Look at his face. He's so sad.
I'm not sad.
So sad. Hey, I thought your beard was supposed to be green.
The green stuff the green they didn't have any Manic Panic green around here. There comes in like 3 varieties. It's like green envy, Venus envy, and electric lizard. The electric lizard we decided was just going to be too light because it's really more yellow. Yeah. It's kind of a yellowish green. But Angela did find me some green hair dye. I put it in yesterday, let it sit for actually 40 minutes, and it only said you need to leave it in for 20. I put it in for 40 just to make sure. When I showered, and none of it stayed. It was like it legit like all washed out. Not one iota. There wasn't even a hint of like blue left over from it. It was just like I just put it in. I left it just like I would normally do. When I was looking in the mirror, I was like, "Oh wow, that's green. That's like really green."
Yeah.
And then I showered real quick and I looked down. And I was like, "Wait a minute!" And I looked in the mirror. I was like, "It was gone."
Fucking hell.
So it all washed out. So I ordered. Angela Amazoned some of the Venus green, I think, from Manic Panic. So because there just wasn't any anywhere. So right. I will add green to my growing collection of Manic Panics, and I will dye it green because I have to.
Bathroom is going to start looking like a 1980s teenage or 1990s teenage girl's bathroom.
Okay. And because I'm going to dye green, and then I have to no more showers for March. My wife would kill me. So, after the gym, just like, no, my wife would just like be like, what is wrong with you?
Why does that smell? You go to the gym?
Yeah, I go to the gym often.
I can't tell. I mean, you look great.
Fuck off.
I'm kidding. I'm just teasing you.
You know, I was so bummed. I was so bummed because when I went out to Dallas and I saw Team in Irish for the first time, and Team had the camera going and everything, and I jumped out and I was like, "You fucking cunts!" Like that. I jumped up from behind a car and I surprised him. He was like, "Hey!" I was like, "Hey!" I ran up and I hugged Irish, and then I turned out like that, and I hugged Team. It was like, Irish, and like that. And I pick him up with one arm.
I mean, I could pick up Team with like a finger. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, but Team's a stick.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I've seen pictures of National Geographic when they go down to the Amazon. They take pictures of those
big monsters.
Just like walking in the trees.
Yeah.
But and he thinks he's heavy. He's really not that heavy. But I was like, but I can do that. I'm like my dad. I just don't have his height. But I will say I'm a brick shithouse when it comes to it. So, but yeah, when I
World Splat will do it for you.
Oh, that's an idea. So, but dang, you totally derailed me with.
So you picked up Team Skeptic like a twig.
No, I picked up Irish.
It
was you would.
For fuck's sake, JL. Okay, you picked up Irish. You were mad because the gym.
Because and it was obvious. It was like this, like that. Team forgot to take the lens cap off. Or team forgot to do something. I think no. He wasn't recording sound. The sound wasn't on. So he was recording everything, but he didn't turn the sound on. So it was all like so. When we first saw each other and said hello and had this moment, no sound, no audio. The only thing they got when he started recording and got it actually the audio going was when we were going to my car to go over to your place. And we were walking back to my car, and Irish tried to get it on my side of the car.
Oh, yeah. Irish keeps telling everybody he's going to release that footage of us arguing like an old married couple. Let's do it.
Haven't seen it yet.
Fucking hilarious. Anyway, all right. Say goodbye, JL. Goodbye, JL.
So I have my video coming up. I always been saying, I have to re-record because I'm going to do the beard green, and then I have to re-record. After that talk we had, I completely restructured the script. And it flows a lot better now. And I realized after taking a little bit of time off to deal with the family situation with jingles and everything, and after taking time off, I guess I got kind of rusty. So I had a bunch of superfluous shit that didn't need to be said, and I actually repeated myself at one point. And I was like, this script is crap. So I went back through it and I tore it down and I rebuilt it back up, and now it's much, much better. And I have all my source material. I just need to record it again. And now I have, so now I just need to dye this green. Once the Manic Panic comes in, I'll dye that, and then I will release that next video. And I'll also I'm probably going to do a video. I'll probably drop the video, and then I'll probably do a live stream immediately after. So if people want to discuss, because there's some pretty heavy shit that I talk about in this particular one, considering cults and the rise of this particularly dangerous cult. So it should be really, really interesting. Plus, we get to see somebody get tased, and it's a lot of fun. So I look forward to sharing that with everyone.
Those are always fun.
Yes, especially when motherfuckers run around and they talk like they are 9 feet tall, and then you hear them get tased.
And they sound really,
it's fucking funny. He's just like, I'm the baddest roll off that. So it's gonna be funny stuff.
Skits Crasher for $2 says, hello, Johnny O and JL. Thank you so much for that $2, Skits
You
Crasher.
see?
Really
Look at that. Look at that. If we left,
I know.
Come on, man. I'm paying your bills.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, I got some stuff coming up, but it's time to go.
All right, then. So, we've got a new video coming up, and of course, Week in Horror tomorrow, 7 p.m. as usual. And we have actually all 4 good movies to talk about. It's gonna be fun. So we have lots of, once we got past Witchcraft, we have lots of good movies to talk about for the rest of the season. Bad. And then we get into season 4 in September. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, good times. It's gonna be fun.
I look forward to it. Anyway, it's time to get out of here. I appreciate every last one of you, all the super chats, all the channel members and patrons, and everybody else who comes and hangs out, has a good time. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Yeah. Anyway, fingers.
Are you on tomorrow's episode?
No.
You're not. Oh, it's the three of us. It's me, Alex, and Eugene.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. All right, folks. We will see you. Check out the Weekend Horror podcast tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 Central. So it's
7 Central.
Anyway, if
you're going to be on the one that we talk about Ravenous.
Oh boy. Anyway, finger guns. Hey Pat, good to see you.
Oh, I think you did it last time. I have Mac 10s.